Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Today we're going to talk about removing a washing machine, whether you're moving to a new house or you're getting a new machine in. We're going to start with how to remove this one. This is our old one. It's going out. We've got a new one that'll be delivered in a few days, and when it comes in we'll show installing it. But we're going to talk about the things that you need on hand before you get started. We're going to talk about what to look for and watch for when you're doing this. And just give you some hints and tips about moving your washing machine in and out, whether you're moving a new one in or a used one or whatever. And before I get started on that, I'd just like to say Do It Yourself with Wayne is all about teaching you how to do things yourself to save money. So if you're interested in saving money, subscribe to our channel and we'll help you with that. Also, if you click like on our videos and share it with your friends, that helps us grow to bring you more videos. So anyway, let's move on with this project. Now before you start this project, there's certain things that it would be in your best interest to have on hand before you start. Let's start with a pair of pliers, whether it be something like this or channel lock pliers, because these fittings on your end of your water lines typically are pretty tight to get off. Sometimes you can get them off by hand, but a lot of times you'll need something to help you. The pliers will do that. You're going to need some kind of container to catch the water that's in these hoses. When you take them loose, those hoses will still be full of water. You need to drain them or it's going to end up all over the place. Your drain line for your washing machine is also going to have water in it. You need to drain that. It's good to have a towel on hand because you're probably going to spill a little bit here and there. That helps you with those spills. And if you happen to have some hand trucks of some sort, it really helps you with moving your appliances. If you don't have that, two men can generally move a washing machine without much trouble by themselves. If you're by yourself, I would recommend you get some help to move it because a washing machine is just too heavy and bulky for one person. So anyway, that's what you need to get started. So let's move on with disconnecting this washing machine. The first thing you want to do is unplug your power. Always remember safety first. Take the power away from the device. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to unplug the power. Now we don't have to worry about getting electrocuted. I'm going to scoot this thing out just a little bit. Now I'm going to work with these hoses. Now remember, all three of these hoses, the drain line and the two supply lines, are full of water. First thing you want to do is cut your valves off. Cut both of them off all the way. Snug them up. I can't hardly reach that one. Okay, now I've got both my water valves turned off. See if I can get this loose. I was able to loosen that one by hand. One good fortune that I have is we replaced these water hoses not too long ago, so they're fairly new. But a lot of times these things are really hard to get loose. Now, like I said, this water hose is still full of water, so let's drain the water out of it. Okay, so now we're going to drain our hose. You may have to loosen the end at the washing machine just a little bit to get some air in the hose. And this one's a lot tighter, so I'm going to take my pliers to loosen it. There's the water. That's draining the water out of that hose. And I'm going to go ahead and take this hose all the way off because, like I said, we've got a new washing machine coming in. Now this is a good point in time to inspect your old hoses. Now like I said, we replaced these not long ago, so we're going to reuse these hoses because they're fairly new. But inspect your hoses. If they're old, my recommendation is replace them. And don't buy cheap hoses. Okay, this is one time in life you don't want to buy cheap. If you buy the good quality hoses, they'll last you a lot longer. And if a washing machine hose breaks, you will wish you had spent a little bit more money and got good ones. So buy good hoses if you're replacing your hoses. Also, while you're here, after you take your water hose is loose from your valves back here, inspect your valves. Are they dripping? Are they real hard to turn when you try to turn the water off? If those valves are not in good shape, you may have to get a plumber in here to replace them, but now is as good a chance as you're going to get to have those valves replaced. So inspect your valves for leaking, and how easy are they to turn off and on? So do that at this point as well. And if you're moving from one location to another, I mean, like I said, we're getting a new washing machine, so we're going to have a new power cord. But if you're moving, inspect your power cord as well. If this power cord has any little cuts in it, any bad kinks, if it's damaged in any way, replace it. Don't try to fix it, replace it. So that's my safety tips for moving washing machine. Now our washing machine has been delivered, and I just want to warn you, if you're going to buy a new appliance, it doesn't matter what it is, measure the doors that it's got to go through to get to where it's going, because this just barely fit into our laundry room, but it did fit. And if you purchase a new one, typically inside the drum is where you'll find your drain line, your instructions, and other paraphernalia that comes with it. And I'd warn you, always read the instructions. It may be boring, but there may also be a nugget of information that makes the difference between a good installation and one that's going to give you trouble. So I read through ours, and there's a lot of recommendations for tools. I think the only thing we need is good pair of pliers and a level. And this is a 4-foot level. You don't need that. I think most people have a cell phone these days that has a level function, but you need something so you can level the machine when you're through. So anyway, we got our drain line to install. We got our water lines to install, electrical, position it, and level it. So let's get started with this. So the first thing we're going to do is the drain line. So let's do that. Now in our installation, it says the drain line should be attached so that the hose goes straight up like this. And with the type of clamp that we've got, I put my pliers on here like that to mash it. That opens it up. And I wiggle the hose on there, make sure it goes on all the way. And then with this pointing straight up, I release my pliers with the clamp right where it goes. And in our case, there are ridges here that show you exactly where the clamp needs to be to work properly. So that's it for attaching that end of the water hose, or the drain line rather. Okay. Now we're going to hook up the water hoses to the washing machine. As you can see, this is blue, this is the cold. It says cold right there as well. This is hot, says hot right there. So the water hose that has a red stripe on it, I'm going to put on here. I'm going to screw it on. I'm going to start out hand tight. Cold hose to the cold side. Here again, I'm going to turn it until it's hand tight. And what the instructions say, and I did read them, it said to turn it hand tight and then an additional 2/3 of a turn. I should have gotten some pliers a little bit bigger, but that'll work. I'm not sure that's quite 2/3, but it was pretty tight. Do the same thing here. Alright, so that gets our hoses, our water lines attached to the washing machine. Now we'll turn our washing machine back around and hook up the drain line and the water lines over next to the wall. First we're going to hook up the drain line, and this little bracket here that keeps the hose from getting a kink in it, or a crimp, whatever you want to call it. The ends didn't seem to hold as well as I wanted them to, so I put a couple of wire ties on here just to hold those tighter and in place. And then you just stick that down in the drain line. Now ours is tight because of my wire tie, but there we go. And then we've got a wire tie. Actually, this one came with the washing machine. And we'll put this one here. Wrap it around that water spigot. If I can see this thing. Doesn't have to be super tight, but that keeps the hose from coming out so you don't pump water out into your room. Now the next thing we're going to do is hook up our water hoses. Turn this around. And in a lot of cases, you'll see on your water valves up here, this one has a red handle, this one has a blue handle. Again, the red is hot, the blue is cold. And we hooked up our water lines, so the one with the blue stripe on it was on the cold. So we know we're in the right places with our hoses. So now we're going to hook this one up. We go good and hand tight. And just like before on the back of the washing machine, another 2/3 of a turn with the pliers. I'll do that here in a minute. The next thing is to hook up power. And here's our power cord. I don't like these outlets that are turned up like that, but that's what we got. Plug that in. Now all our connections are made back here. The only thing we got left to do is level it. Make sure it's positioned exactly where we want it, and then we'll level it. And this installation will be finished. So let's move on to leveling. Now at this point, we've got everything hooked up and ready to go except for leveling the washing machine. And in our case, we're very lucky. Just putting it in here, as you can see, that's level. Now one thing we did have trouble with, I just started out using my cell phone, but it's in the plastic case. I like these cases because they protect my phone a lot. But the readings were not correct with the phone in the case. Once I took it out, we were getting good readings. Make sure you get something that's good and level. If I look here, that's off by 2 degrees. Over here, I'm off by -2 degrees because this lid has a little bit of an arc to it. Make sure you get something that's flat and level. And in our case, that right there is flat and level. That's side to side. This is front to back, and I know you can't see it, but it says 0 degrees as well. Now, if you need to adjust the level of your washing machine, the feet are adjustable. They screw in and out. I put a picture of ours up here in the corner, but I'm not going to show you adjusting it because we don't need to adjust ours. But basically, the feet just is threaded, and they just screw in and out to adjust your level. You may also have an issue where if you do this, or you do this, your machine rocks. You need the feet adjusted so that there's good pressure or good weight on all the feet. It'll keep your machine from rocking around as it washes your clothes. So anyway, that's got everything hooked up, set up, adjusted, ready to go. So at this point, I'd just like to say thank you for visiting Do It Yourself with Wayne. We'd really appreciate it if you click like on our videos and share them, and subscribe to our channel because we're all about showing you how to do things yourself to save money. So if you're interested in saving money, subscribe to our channel. We'll help you with that. So thank you for visiting, and have a great day.